Test. Okay. Test. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. Let me fix this. Test. There we go. Okay. My bad. I messed it. I unplugged my mic yesterday, and I forgot to plug it back in. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay. Did we lose the audio? I lost my audio. All right. We got 4 minutes to market open. Okay. Let me go fix my audio real fast. I'm just going to run around my computer real quick. What happened? Oh, I see. There we go. Okay, now they're working. All right, I'm back. I didn't realize my mic wasn't working. Good thing I saw that. Imagine I'm going through the stream, just the whole time, no mic. Okay. That's all I was gonna do. Real quick. Do a quick Instagram one. Oh, that's my face. Okay. Get the link right quick. All right. Okay. All right, we should be good now. All right, market opens up in about 2 minutes, and we then will be able to start trading. Gold is at London low right now. We'll see what it kind of does at London low here. It's also very close to that day low, so I'm interested, will it manipulate that day low? But also gold lately has been, if you go to the higher time from like the 1 hour, it's pretty choppy right now, right? We're kind of like in this range. It looks pretty choppy. So I don't love that about gold. And if we go to the 4 hour, it's still pretty choppy on the 4 hour. It looks like its price is respecting these footprints up above, and looks like it's gonna target these this liquidity below us. Let me delete this. Put this there. Target the liquidity below us. So I'm leaning what price might do is I'm leaning more bearish than bullish when it comes to gold. And here it is. Look at, there's market's about to open on gold, and look at it. Looks like it's wanting to push through that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Okay, and then Nasdaq is in a very important spot. Okay, so Nasdaq is at this new week opening gap. Okay, we've talked about this last week, and it looks like price is finally going to fill this new week opening gap. We'll see if it comes all the way through. It should. Like, it typically will fill through this. So for me, also on Nasdaq, I'm leaning more bearish than bullish. I would like to see Nasdaq fill this new week opening gap. There's a London low down here. That price is yet to tap. It was getting close, but hasn't tapped it yet. My guess is we're going to at least tack London low. We also have this weekly high, because that's the gap. We also have this weekly high here inside the new week opening gap, and then the bottom of the new week opening gap. So I'm leaning more bearish also on Nasdaq, but we'll let price tell us what it's going to do and how it's going to react. So again, we don't come to the markets to predict what's going to happen. We come to the markets reacting to what it's giving us. M5 low. I'm just going to mark out some of these lows here real fast on Nasdaq. Okay. Those would be lows. I'm interested to see how does price react. Same. So gold displaced very hard through London low and day low. Gold I think is going to be bearish now. Okay. M5 high. Okay. Yeah, I think gold's going to have the fact that it's displacing that hard through London low and day low. Good point, yeah. There we go. Now it's coming through. Okay. What else? Okay. There's no red folder news today, so if you haven't checked that, you always should be checking Forex Factory if there's red folder news. There's no red folder news this morning, so we'll see what price kind of gives us today. Is it going to be a choppy day because of that? Oh, not London high. What this? Or is it going to give us a decent move today? I'm still recovering from yesterday's frustration. I was why do I keep doing that? I was so mad with that technical difficulty. Yesterday's position would have been, it was just so perfect. It was so perfect. And then TradeSyncer had to go and ruin our day. Oh. Okay, Bitcoin over here just hit this weekly low. I'm interested to see how does it react to that weekly low. Does it give us something pretty aggressive? There's no fair value gaps though. There's no fair value gaps for us for the 1 minute kill shot. So we'll see what it kind of does here. See what it gives us. But as of right now, there's nothing for Bitcoin. I'm on West Coast. I'm on the West Coast. So it's like 6:30 a.m. for me. I get up at 5 a.m. to just get myself prepared and get ready for the day. It's an early day. Okay, looks like Bitcoin's going to be displacing through that weekly low too. And Nasdaq's going to be pushing. Wow. Look at gold. Nasdaq looks like it's going to be displacing this 5 minute low. I'm not really as interested in this 5 minute low as I'd rather see how price reacts to London low for Nasdaq. And we should be getting our opening range very soon here within the next 18 seconds. We'll kind of just keep an eye on opening range for all these candles. Okay. And opening range. Okay, we got opening range on Nasdaq, Bitcoin, and gold. And then we'll see now how price reacting. So there is potentially a 1 minute kill shot on Bitcoin. I'm watching. That's the only one that I see right now that might be giving us something. Nasdaq closed through this 5 minute low, so that's irrelevant for us. We don't care about that. Oh, now that I see. Yeah, but I didn't. That's during the 5 minute candle, so I'm gonna ignore that. this. All right. So the market technically opens up at 8 a.m., but banks and stuff, so like the banks and the big money doesn't open until 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the market's best open is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The market technically opened an hour before that, but you won't get the same volatility as you will when the market opens when the banks trade. So the 9:30 a.m. market open is like when the banks trade. So like the big money. New York open, yeah. Yeah, so that when I wait for the 9:30, which is typically what a lot of traders will wait for, is that 9:30 a.m. open. That's where you get a lot of the major institutions. Well, that's when they're allowed to start trading. They're not allowed to start trading before that. And so that's why at 9:30 every day you'll see these crazy candles start to move, and then you'll start seeing that real volatility. It's because they're now in the game. They're now playing. Looks like Bitcoin's going to continue to the downside. So it looks like we're not getting something here on Bitcoin. Yeah, it looks like Bitcoin's going to be pretty bearish today. It might run without us. Kind of a bummer. It never gave us any kind of setup here. Nasdaq's looking like it might be pretty choppy, but it broke this low here, closed below it. I still think it's going to come and at least attack London low. But I would really like to see us today hopefully fill this new week opening gap. Like, we definitely could. I would like to see us fill this and get this just out of the way. Yeah, Bitcoin's going to run. Bitcoin's going to run here. Okay. Bitcoin's ripping down. Okay, Bitcoin closed through this weekly low, so that is now an irrelevant level for us. We don't pay attention to that. Now yeah, now I just kind of see what is Bitcoin going to do. I mean, it looks like it wants to attack this weekly low here. But we'll see. We'll see. There needs to be a lot to happen here now for me to even consider a trade on Bitcoin. Basically what I would need it to do is like if we're gonna go long, it would probably need to have to come up, come back down, sweep this low, and then push up again. That's what I would need for that. Or if it came up here, swept this high, and then went down short again, then I could go short. So, but as of right now, nothing for Bitcoin. I need to see it do a lot more. Nasdaq still just playing around its opening range. Okay, I am interested to see how does Nasdaq react to the top of this opening range. All the Bitcoin there. Okay, that was a big manipulative move there. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of watching things. Sorry, I'm kind of quiet. Bitcoin is almost to a level that I'm interested in. So is Nasdaq. Okay. I'm interested to see what will Bitcoin do when it hits this 5-minute high, or sorry, Nasdaq and Bitcoin, both of them. I want to see what they do here. Because I'm still not convinced that Nasdaq wants to go bullish. This could be, it's just kind of chopping up, manipulating right now, and then continuing downwards, but still nothing for me. Bitcoin didn't hit the high that I'm looking for. So I'm kind of watching it still. I'm gonna be patient here. And that's like one of my biggest things I always try to tell myself is we wait for setups to come to us. We don't chase setups. So if the setup's not there yet, we just be patient and wait for it to come to us. Because if it's not there yet and hasn't presented itself, that means it's probably not a good position to take, or the better one's going to come eventually. So I always try to remind myself and remind, the stream, wait for the setup to come to you. Don't chase the setup. Okay, we've hit that 5-minute high now. I want to see how it reacts. And how this 5-minute candle closes. It's got 1 more minute left. Patience is key. Patience is profit. Patience is profit. I want to see something on Bitcoin real fast. What's this 4-hour looking like? And we are hitting to this 4-hour low over to the left too. You see how on here on Bitcoin, we're hitting into this low right here and getting me a pretty good wick off of it. But there's also that week low or month low down here with that big manipulative move that happened in October. Okay, there's nothing on Bitcoin on the 1 minute yet that's presenting itself. Though that wick I like. If it gives us an inversion here, I'd be open to taking it. Gold hasn't given me nothing. Nasdaq hasn't given me nothing. Okay. Bitcoin's the only one in play right now. All right, we'll see. We'll see if Bitcoin gives us a setup here or not. But I'm watching right now. Nasdaq into that 5-minute high. Let's see how it reacts there. But we have to wait 3.5 minutes still for anything for Nasdaq. Because you have to, another thing for the 1-minute kill shot, for those that are interested in it, when it comes to that 5-minute candle, you have to wait for it to, once it hits that level, that candle has to close before you do anything. So you cannot take that trade if the candle is still moving around. It has to close and stop moving. So, dang, Nasdaq, you're ripping. Okay, well, it might run without us here. Bitcoin looks like it's going to push through too, but there's another 5-minute high up here. So, and then there's also like London and Asia high up here that maybe price will. It looks like Bitcoin's going to take away our opportunity here. And Nasdaq didn't give us nothing. It's displacing through. So maybe Nasdaq at London high, maybe will give us something, or maybe it's just going to rip up to Asia high. I'm kind of bummed. I was kind of hoping we'd fill this new week opening gap today and just get this thing out of the way. No trades so far. No trades yet. Not for me, at least. My setup hasn't presented itself. Oh. We might get something soon here on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of hitting into some levels. Nasdaq, I think Nasdaq's right now just gonna rip to London high. Kind of bummed. I wish it would have given us something at London low before it ran. Like if it could have like swept that London low and then pushed, that would have been nice. But it looks like it's just gonna go. I saw liquidity sweep and inverse fair value gap in US 500. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. What do you mean by US 500? US 500? Or ES? Oh, you mean ES probably. I'm not looking at ES. But there might have been. Maybe, I think you mean ES. SPY/ES. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't trade that pair, but there could have been. I trade what the three I focus in on is Bitcoin, Nasdaq, and gold. On a higher time frame, on like the 4-hour here on Nasdaq. Oh wait, no, that was Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin here on the 4-hour, Bitcoin actually looks like it swept this low. But for me on Nasdaq, it still has this big new week opening gap that I'm still like, I still want to see filled. But also my setup just hasn't presented itself, so we don't get to take a trade. Yeah, okay, Nasdaq pushed through pretty hard. Gold looks like it's having a V-shaped recovery here. We'll see what it does here in these higher time frame fair value gaps, but still nothing for me. Yeah. I mean, there's no red folder news today, right? Market just opened like 26 minutes ago. So there's still a lot of market here that we have, a lot of time we have here. So I'm in no rush, and I'll just wait for the setups to come. We'll see if Bitcoin, how it reacts to this 5-minute high up here. And maybe this will be something that gives us up here. No fair value, yeah, that's okay. Right. Okay. We'll see if maybe Bitcoin will come down and sweep this low here before it runs, or sorry, gold. I keep mixing them up. But gold's still playing around in its opening range. I'm gonna wait. If it doesn't hit this high, whatever. Okay. Didn't Nasdaq present the liquidity sweep on the 1 minute for a buy entry though? It probably did. That's just not my model. Yeah, I mean there is a sweep of liquidity here on the one, but that's just not my model. Like I just stick to my model. But yeah, if like you look at this 1 minute, right? There's a lot of different models that played out here that I saw. So there's the first candle roll model, like where right, price was in opening range, right? And then price presented its first fair value gap here on this move up. That could have been an entry where you're like, okay, price is displacing to the upside and also closed outside the opening range. You could have entered on that candle. You could have waited for the retest on this fair value gap here. Took in this candle here. Stop loss goes that low. That would have been a good entry. I have one of the models that I will teach in the video that comes up, my 5-minute trigger, where price fails to displace this low, inverts a fair value gap, then creates a change in state of delivery. Buy limit could have gone to the top of this order block. You got tapped in on that one. There's a lot of different models you could have played here, but I right now I only trade my 1 minute kill shot. It's right now my favorite model and my best model, so I just wait for that one. Yeah, there's a lot of different models that played out there. Okay, Bitcoin hit into this 5-minute high. Let's see how it reacts here. See if it gives us something. I think I've learned and did your model wrong last week. Was it the 1-minute kill shot model? Yesterday was by far the best example. Yesterday had such a clean 1-minute kill shot. Yep. Yeah, right? So clear liquidity sweep on 5. And maybe Bitcoin will show us one right here. And then a 1-minute inverse fair value gap. Yeah, the top 1-minute inverse fair value gap. Yeah. We'll see if Bitcoin presents anything here, but there's no... The nearest in fair value gap is pretty low, which is fine. It doesn't matter, but it's not really close to do anything. But this, I like this wick that it's giving here. But we gotta wait for this candle to close. See if we get something here on Bitcoin. Yeah, I'd recommend if you learn anybody's model, right? You're never going to be comfortable with it in the beginning. I recommend paper trading it or back testing it. If you use TradeZella and you use code Maniac, you can get a discount with that. I love TradeZella and I back test all the time. I highly recommend if you're trying to figure out someone's model, back test it and then paper trade it. And then like paper trade for at least a month. And if you can close out that month green, then I'd say you're good to go for the actual live trading it. I have a video coming out this week that'll dive more into it, and then I'm actually creating a PDF document that'll also dive into the 1-minute kill shot with confluences and stuff like that. All right, price failed to close above this 5-minute high here on Bitcoin. It didn't give me like the greatest wick here, but I'm open to taking it if it decides to come down and invert a fair value gap. Because I think this could have been a manipulative leg up to then come and attack external range liquidity that like this month low down here. It also could have a continuation right through this 5-minute high and attack London and Asia high because there's a lot of liquidity above us too. So we'll just react and be patient here. Good. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you helping me. Yeah, of course. That's why I'm here. I love it. I think it's fun. And I love helping others out. And I love helping others out to hopefully help them be more profitable too. All right, Bitcoin might be presenting us something here soon. I'm gonna kind of focus in real fast on this because I think we might be getting a trade. So if there's chat stuff going on and I'm not responding, it's just because I'm locked in on this real quick. It looks like it might be giving us something here. Where's all mine that are? Okay. Oh, I don't want to get. I don't want the alert yet. Okay, so this is the on Bitcoin. This is the fair value gap we're looking for right now. That's the one we're looking. That's the only fair value gap in this leg up that we can invert. So we'll see what it does here. Does it respect it or does it invert it? And if it inverts it, that would give us our signal to then take the trade. I'm just looking at gold and Nasdaq, nothing over here. So we can just lock in on Bitcoin right now. I'm just going to do this just so we can fully see it. What I also would like to see here, maybe for Bitcoin too, is what would be actually kind of nice is if it pushes up, sweeps this high right here one more time, leaves us a nice wick, but then leaves a fair value gap like a little bit higher and then inverts that. Give us a little bit better entry, but it looks like it might actually give us an inversion right here. All right, 20 seconds. This candle might invert here. And then we'll be going short on Bitcoin. All right, no, it didn't do it yet. Okay, hasn't done it yet. Oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe it'll do what I wanted. Maybe it'll come up and sweep this one more time and give us a little bit better of entry up here. But I need it, if it's gonna come up here and sweep this high, I need it to give me a good wick. It still cannot close above this green line. So like, just as you guys, as you're learning this 1 minute kill shot, say price comes up, right? Sweeps where my red line is here, sweeps it, and then pushes off. But say price closes above the original high we're focused in on and still closes higher, invalid trade. You cannot take that trade. Don't take that trade. It needs to not only hit this high, the red one, but also needs to close below the green one still. So I hope that makes sense. It looks like price actually might be leaving us a fair value up here. Oh, that's a little bit higher. So now just hopefully we're getting like a better entry. We'll see what it does though. Let me still have a fair value gap here. Okay, we got a fair value gap. Now let's see what price does. Let me update my stuff. Okay. All right. Now, if price inverts this right now, I'd be taking that trade too. I'd still be taking a stab at it. Okay, it looks like we might get the inversion here. We got 40 seconds. We need to wait for this candle to close. The bummer thing is, what I found is if price pushes up, makes a fair value up, then inverts it, sometimes it's pretty aggressive and it doesn't even tap you in. And so hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully it still taps us in here. It might even be inverting this guy too. All right, I'm gonna put in my order, not on this guy, I'm on the higher one. See if we get tapped in here. So we did invert it. We're gonna put this there, and then we'll leave this over here. So we'll see, and then let's adjust our TPs and stuff. Okay. Okay. Looks like we might get tapped in here. Close. We're cha-ching. It tapped us in. There we go. We're tapped in. Okay. Okay. Let me do some math real fast. I got to calculate what my TP... Oh, wait, no. That's right. We do that other one. Okay, so we're going to do... Okay. All right, so order is in. Let me see if I can get the P&L thing to work. Oh. It's working. Let's go. Okay, so you guys can see the live P&L of the Bitcoin position to know that I actually did take a trade. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Okay. Okay. We're gonna watch it on the 5 now. We're just gonna watch the 5. We're also gonna watch Nasdaq and gold here. Still nothing. They have to do a lot in order for us to get a position. But what I'm kind of hoping Bitcoin does here, I'm kind of hoping it creates an order block and then pushes down again, and then we can move stops down quite a bit. Yeah, I'm hoping we get an order block here on Bitcoin. I have to go to the restroom, like really bad. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, and hopefully nothing happens with this trade. Hopefully this trade goes in my favor while I go run to the restroom real quick. Oh my gosh, I hate it when I gotta go to the restroom and I'm in a trade. I'm like, dang it, dude. Wait, hold on. I'm not gonna go yet. This isn't looking too good for Bitcoin. Yeah, this isn't looking too good. It's inverting a 1-minute bearish fair value gap and returning up to this level that we really don't want it to return to. So kind of a bummer here. Yeah, I inverted this fair value gap here. I think we're gonna get stopped out. That's a bummer. That's a bummer because we weren't really able to take off any risk. Usually we're able to kind of shrink down risk, but we weren't really able to shrink anything down. Yeah, it's going to stop us out. Yep. Okay. Stopped out there on that Bitcoin position. Bummer. We'll see. I'm not going to leave yet because this could be another sweep of this high. Like it could give us a wick right here and give us another opportunity. So I'm going to wait actually. I would need it to be a pretty obvious wick though. Kind of hoping if this is going to be like a little sweep, it's going to sweep this high here, not close above that green line and push down again. But I want it to be kind of an aggressive sweep. There's a minute and a half left here on this one. Let's go. Okay, we'll see. We're in this final minute of this 5-minute candle on Bitcoin here. If it closes above this green line, I'm going to be ignoring any short opportunities. But if it stays below, I'll still be watching for it potentially. Gold also might be doing something over here. The fact that it failed to displace that. I don't love it. I'd prefer it to hit this low, but I could be. I don't love it though. It doesn't give me confidence. Same for this Bitcoin one. Like this one doesn't really give me much confidence. We'll see. All right, come on. I'm hoping in this 5-minute candle it like gives us something aggressive. Like give us a nice tap. Like hit this and give us a big wick. Okay, we're hitting into that high on Bitcoin. We're also hitting this high on Nasdaq. I'm kind of interested to see how does it react. What if Nasdaq gave us a big rejection wick off of this high that it's in right now? That could actually be a signal for like a retracement. Try to catch a scalp for a retracement. But I'd want it to be a pretty obvious wick. And Bitcoin hit that high. Now I just want to see, does it give us a wick off here, fail to close above this M5 high, and then also invert the fair value gap on the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute it has this fair value gap right here. I want to see price, if it's going to do that, this 5-minute candle, fail to close above that green line, then also come and invert that fair value gap. Nasdaq, the nearest fair value gap for us on Nasdaq would be right here, this guy, if it decided to reject that and give us like a good move down. But we need Nasdaq, we need to wait for that 5-minute candle to close, but it's giving me what I want. So is Bitcoin right now. If Bitcoin inverts this fair value gap, I will be taking another stab at it. Same with Nasdaq. Nasdaq actually might be giving us something too here. Working. I'm watching both of these. God darn it, dude. I gotta go to the restroom. No way. They're both doing it at the same time, man. I hate it when the setups come exactly at the same time. Like literally in the same minute. All right, Bitcoin might give it to us right here. I think this is the final minute on our 5-1. Yep. Oh, we just got a fresh one. And that, okay, yeah. This is good for Bitcoin. I like this a lot. If it inverts, we're going to be shooting for it. 10 seconds. All right. Orders in. Right. Okay, we should be getting tapped in right here. Nasdaq hasn't given it to us yet. Okay, we're tapped in on Bitcoin. Let's see if the second one will give it to us. All right, Nasdaq looks like it might be inverting here too. So I just got to wait for this 1 minute candle to close, see if it inverts, and if it does, we're going to take a short here too on Nasdaq. Looks like it's going to give it to us. Okay. Order is in on Nasdaq. Will we get tapped in? We are tapped in. Stop loss for me right now on Nasdaq is right there. Okay. We're going to set up our TPs and stuff on Nasdaq. Okay. I just realized you can't see my Nasdaq one. I guess we'll do this. All right, hold on. I'm jacking everything up. All right, hang on. We're going to cancel this. All right, I got to make it off stream. Okay, I was jacking everything. Okay. We're going to see stop loss right now for Nasdaq is right at this high. We inverted the fair value gap. We're in a position. Same for Bitcoin. We inverted the fair value gap. We're in the position. Hopefully now we don't take a loss here. I'd be really, really frustrated if we take a loss right now. Because we were... yesterday should have been a good win. Okay, but all we can do is execute. That's all we can do, right? Well, that's the best we can do. Execute on our models. I'm hoping on Bitcoin soon we can get this order block. We can move stops down quite a bit. It looks like Bitcoin might be delivering us an order block, so. Nasdaq, I would really like you to give me an order block too here. You didn't miss much, Sean. There we go, Nasdaq. Come on. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be. Oh, wait. This is wrong. Oh, wait. No, that wasn't wrong. That was our target. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If the 1 minute time frame on Bitcoin can break this low, we'll be moving stops down a little bit tighter, and same for Nasdaq. If we can break, if I can get a closure below this low, I want to take off some risk for Nasdaq, because Nasdaq we're risking quite a bit right now, and I don't love it, but it is what it is. We just inverted, I think, a fair value gap to this fair value gap that pushed up, so hopefully we can keep pushing down. How much time? 2 minutes left. I'm hoping we get an order block here on Nasdaq. Bitcoin's looking great. Bitcoin's giving us an aggressive move. All right, I moved stop loss down a little tighter on Bitcoin. I wouldn't want price to come back down to that or up to that candle, so I just moved it a little bit. We took off a little, like a couple dollars. It's nothing much, but oh my gosh, dude, I gotta get the restroom. Holy smokes. Let's see if TRADECOPIA worked. All right, looks like everything's working. I don't like that. Oh, Nasdaq, come on. Come on, Nasdaq, push down, be aggressive. No, looks like we're gonna get stopped out here on Nasdaq. That's so frustrating. It's okay, it's not over yet. Okay, I don't love that candle closure on the 5-minute on Nasdaq. I'm still hoping we can get an order block here, but it looks like it might. Yep, there we go. Stop this out. That's so sick. Trying not to freaking get all pissed off because of yesterday. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. That's frustrating. Oh well. It's just a loss. You can always come back. The reason why it's just so frustrating, those of you who guys were here yesterday with that amazing trade, like, it's frustrating when like we miss the good trade because it's something that's not even our fault, and then we come back the next day, we execute properly, and then it loses instead of giving us a winner that like it did. Oh, it's just so trading. Oh man. Bitcoin's doing great though. If Bitcoin can close again and below that low, I would love that. I'd be moving stops down. We'd have that order block also formed. But hopefully Bitcoin can play out for us, give us a dub this morning. Bitcoin's actually my live account too, so not that these accounts don't matter. They're just prop firm accounts, so it's just differently, right? Yeah, you were there, Sean. You know how frustrated I was with an amazing setup, but we couldn't take it because of stupid technical difficulties on something we couldn't control, and it's just super frustrating. And now we come today and we take a loss, and it's like, oh my gosh. Because like the thing is, this loss wouldn't even matter because yesterday's win was so large that it like today's loss would have been like whatever. Okay, we're still green for the week, but now because we missed that, now we're red for the week, and it's just like, ugh. And that's trading. That's trading. It gets you frustrated. Bitcoin's looking great. It's looking like it's gonna close below this low here, and I'm gonna take off quite a bit of risk. Actually, you know, I'm just going to trail 5-minute order blocks. I'm just going to stick to the model. And I want to change my TP to 75%. So if it hits, we're going to take off 75%. So we're not to TP yet, but Bitcoin's doing what I thought it would do. And I'm hoping, thank you so much for the follow. Woo Pig, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm hoping that Bitcoin can come and attack this external range liquidity down here. And keep this momentum. $26 seconds. Is this gonna, please give us this order block here on Bitcoin. $15 seconds. I think I might close this position on Bitcoin. I just closed it. The reason why I closed it, it could have been a mistake. Or not a mistake, but it could be playing out. But what I just saw is price gave a large wick off this level and inverted fair value gaps to the upside. So we took a small win there. But this large wick off this low here, and that it's inverting fair value gaps to upside, I just wanted to take a... I just closed it on that one. It could still rip down, but... Oh, man. I think it might still rip down. I think that might have been a mistake. I'm all like flustered because of the loss. See, this is when like you start getting emotional and it's like, okay, chill out. Like, I'm pissed off because of Nasdaq. And look at it. It's like causing me to do all stupid things. Like, yeah, look at it. Oh, why did I do that? Dang it, dude. I'm like, okay. I need to just take a chill pill. I'm frustrated. I'm angry at Nasdaq. This loss over here got me all freaking tilted because now I can't get a payout and stuff. And it's... and it caused me to... Yeah. This is why when you start getting emotional and you're trading, it's wise to just step back, stop clicking things, and just recenter yourself. It's just part of trading. And like, oh, man, dude, I'm so flustered because I'm so pissed because what Nasdaq did yesterday and today. Oh my gosh. And it's got me it's got me all bent. Man, I need to shake it off. Yeah, I think price is literally about to rip down to the TP on Bitcoin too. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys are getting the real authentic trader reaction right now of what it's like when they get all pissed off and how it affects your trading. Look at that. Look at Bitcoin now. Look at Nasdaq. Look at Nasdaq. You come up just to do that, and then now you're ripping down. Ugh. Like, look at Nasdaq. Why you do that to me? Why did you do that to me, Nasdaq? I mean, come on, man. Oh my gosh, look at Nasdaq now. All right, I'm going to step away from the screen real fast. I'm going to go to the restroom because I still need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And Dang, dude. This morning sucks. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just step away real quick. Oh, that's so sick. That is so sick that that Nasdaq did that to us. And I'm an idiot for what I did on Bitcoin. Oh, jeez Louise, dude. And all right, well, we'll be trade journaling this of our emotions of what we did wrong and what we did right. And I feel like I didn't do anything right today. I was all over the place. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, well, the thing with Bitcoin, that was completely my fault. I should have just kept it. Like, I should have just kept it in. I should have never closed this. I should have never closed it. But I'm all flustered because of Nasdaq over here, that it caused me to make an irrational decision because I'm letting my emotions control my trading right now rather than just being mechanical. And look at it, it's gonna hit the TP. And that's why it's important to stay an emotionless trader, like keeping yourself mechanical. It's so important. I wasn't this is a great example today of a trader not staying mechanical with their model and the reason why it's so important to stay mechanical. Yeah, I'm flustered from yesterday. It's not only flustered from yesterday, I'm also mad because this trade lost over here and now look at it too. Right? Like, so like I got two things that are just making me angry and getting me all flustered, and this is when it's best to just say, all right, let's, until I can like get myself, you know, back and locked in, it's not smart to click. And honestly, at this point, we missed this trade. This trade is over. That was the first trade opportunity, and we missed this one. We messed it up. Really, I should be done trading now, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna try to like keep trading, and it's a bummer, you know. But I mean, it is what it is, and you know, that's why it's important for me now to go journal, and journal in my trade journal on TradeZella and say, what did I do wrong today? What were my emotions? What caused me to feel this way? And if I wouldn't have, you know, if I wouldn't have acknowledged my emotions and would have stayed mechanical, I would have won today, right? I would have won today. And yeah, because I got emotional, got out of my mechanical framework and my discipline, look what it caused to happen today. So it's a bummer. But let's not make a bad day a worse day, you know, because what I would have done in the past is like, okay, I'm being an idiot. Let me just lock in and let me catch another trade. Right. And then it turns a bad day into a worse day. And then it just keeps getting worse. So for me at this point, I think the best thing to do, we missed the 2 trade opportunities. It is what it is. It happened. Okay. So let's not dig ourselves a hole today and keep trying to take a stab at trades and keep trying to go and then make it a worse day. Let's recenter. Let's journal what we did wrong. And then let's take those notes and execute better tomorrow. Yeah, this is just embarrassing. This is just embarrassing. Like, oh well. So Bitcoin would have hit TP, would have smacked TP. Stop loss would be here now, and we'd be floating some profits. So it's a bummer. Bitcoin looks like it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna call it. I don't want to keep clicking buttons and trading today because I'm still feel like worked up and like just frustrated and angry, and so I don't want to keep trying to trade. We took a pretty decent loss. It was let me see. So here's my top step. Oh, what is going on here? Here's my top step. We took a $204 loss. I mean, it's not that big, but it's a decent loss, and it's a bummer. It's nothing we can't recover from. I mean, you guys have seen my P&Ls that I do on my top step account, and if you haven't, go to my Instagram and TikTok and look at it. All my daily updates. This is something we can recover from, and so I don't want to keep trying to trade and cause it to get worse, you know. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it today for trading. Hopefully tomorrow too will be a little bit better of a day. Why do I say that? Tomorrow has red folder news. So we have non-farm employment change coming pre-market at 5:15 a.m. and then PMI at 7 a.m. So tomorrow does have some red folder news, and hopefully that will give us a good trading day again, because Monday gave us a really good trading day with red folder news. Hopefully we can do the same with Wednesday. Sean, thank you so much for hanging out, dude. I appreciate you. I hope you had a good day at the gym, and I hope your trading day was better than mine. Yeah. But I think this is a great example for everyone watching, though. If you stay mechanical and you stick to your model, it works. Nasdaq, if I would have stuck to my model, would have worked, right? What do I mean by that? My stop loss should have never moved down. My stop loss should have stayed up here. We got tapped in here. My stop loss would have never got hit, and then TP would have got hit. So if we would have just stayed mechanical, it would have worked. And it's just today's a learning lesson. And we're gonna execute better tomorrow. Actually, let me put that back because when we do our live day trading recap. Okay. Okay. This is just all for the live day trading recap I'll do soon. Okay. So yeah, stay mechanical when you're trading. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you learned from my mistakes today. That's what I really hope out of all of this. I hope that's the good that comes out of this all. But yeah, a little bit embarrassed with my performance today. But we've had a pretty good last several days. So hopefully tomorrow we can turn this around, get green again, and yeah, and have a better day tomorrow. But today was not fun. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your